Welcome back, and welcome to a playthrough of F.E.A.R. I have tried to throw a couple of mods together. I did test out the F.E.A.R. Complete Edition mod, which I liked some aspects of it, some not so much. I also tried the mod that I did a video on ages ago called the M mod. But unfortunately there seems to be a problem with, at least in my experience, there's a problem with the armour. I think unless you have an explosion go off near you, your armour doesn't decrease. Which was a shame because some of the audio properties of that mod I thought were very nice. But your armour not degrading was a bit of a game breaker, so I uninstalled that, and in the end all I've done is just use a reshade mod to alter the contrast and the colours and the sharpness, that kind of thing. So without further ado, let's get going. Okay, so Interval 1, Inception. Point of origin. Situation, a high-level alert has been issued. Mission, F.E.A.R. team is to report for emergency briefing on the situation. You have just been transferred to the unit as point man. This will be your first assignment with F.E.A.R.
Sorry to wake you, Senator. It's about Origin.
What happened?
There was an uprising. F.E.A.R. has taken command of the prototypes.
My God.
We can still resolve this discreetly, but we have to move fast.
Oh, all right. Let me make a few calls.
This wacko's name is Paxton Fettel. He's the key. If we contain him, we contain the situation.
Fucker's got an appetite.
I think he has an agenda. It's not just recreational. He's getting something out of it.
Essential vitamins and nutrients?
What's his story?
property of Armacam Technology Corporation. They're working on a military contract to develop an army of clones that respond to a psychic commander. Top secret, of course. F.E.A.R is one of the commanders.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is why nobody takes us seriously. Military clones.
A full battalion of them. Highly trained and heavily armed.
A battalion? What are we supposed to do against 1,000 super soldiers?
Like I said, we put F.E.A.R down and it's over. Fortunately, the whole point of the program is to give commanders first-hand knowledge of the battlefield without putting them in danger. That means we should be able to corner the bastard without having to wade through all those soldiers.
How do we find him?
Armacam implanted a transmitter in his head. Should lead us right to him.
That's awfully convenient.
Assuming it does what it's supposed to. What about you, buddy? Ready to go to work?
Putting him in the field? Are you crazy? He just transferred in a week ago.
You've seen his training results. His reflexes are totally off the charts. I think he can handle himself.
Whatever, man. It's your call.
Goddamn right it is.
Don't worry. You'll be fine.
Let's roll.
What's the first thing you remember? You will be a god among men.
We've tracked F.E.A.R to an abandoned building just up ahead. No sign of enemy activity on the satellite, but don't take any chances. Jankowski, you in position?
Just say the word.
All right, move it out.
Okay, so situation is F.E.A.R mission coordinator Rowdy Betters has tracked enemy commander Paxton Fettel to an abandoned building in Auburn district. Hannibal 3 spy satellite in geosynchronous orbit shows no signs of replica soldiers in the vicinity. Mission: F.E.A.R combat operatives will infiltrate target site from 2 separate entry points and attempt to neutralize Fettel. According to Armacam technical advisor, once Fettel is contained, replica soldiers will become inactive and can be rounded up without incident. Right, so I've kind of experimented with some settings, which I'll briefly touch on in a moment. Trying to get a balance between frame rate and quality. So I've got the adaptive sharpen, ambient light, curves, FXAA. I did use SMAA, but the frame rate with recording was pretty bad actually. HDR, Luma sharpen, tint, and vignette, if that's how you pronounce it, and I'm quite happy with that. That's sort of a nice balance between performance and some subtle changes which should make for a slightly better looking game. I've also used a very small mod to enlarge the text because F.E.A.R is well known for having very small text on the screen, which isn't, particularly useful. So I thought I'd apply the mod and make it easier for everyone to see the subtitles.
Hey, bro. What took you so long? Try to find a way around.
So yeah, it was a bit of a shame that the M mod had a problem when it came to armor degradation. But what can you do? I have noticed a few other people on ModDB saying the same thing, so it's not just me.
bring me here. I should bring me back.
But say, despite modest settings being used in the reshade option, and I've only got OBS recording it not at the highest quality, but I'm still struggling to hit 60 FPS, so I can't really tweak it much more than this. Maybe it's a game that doesn't play that well with recording software, I'm not too sure. Yes, I could shoot it, but I don't know, it's just something I tend to do.
Hold on a second. Come on. You ready? Go!
You were born here, in this place. I was there.
Jin, we need you up here.
On my way.
Looks like we're too late, boss. Just leftovers.
The transmitter signal's coming from nearby. He's gotta be around there somewhere.
I'll wait here for Jin. You take a look around.
Yeah, the frame rate's hanging around 45 to 55, which should be good enough. If I wasn't recording and using something like reshade, then it would be probably no less than 80 to 100. Love the sound of the howling wind when you come through here. This is a game that's got some great memories for me, and I'm sure for many of you as well. I would say it has my favourite storyline for a first-person shooter that I've ever played. So it's not just about the combat for me, it's also the storyline. I do find it very interesting.
The dead man's name was Charles Haberger. I remember him. But are the memories mine or hers? It makes no difference. He deserved to die. They all deserve to die.
Come in, over. What's going on? I've lost Fennel's signal. Comcast, this is Den Mother. I hope you aren't busy. We've got a situation down at the harbor. What kind of situation? We located those soldiers you were looking for, but we're under orders not to engage until you guys reconnoiter. Understood. I've got two birds en route to your position. You should have a visual shortly. We'll be ready.
So I'll stick with these settings for a while and see how performance goes. And if need be, I'll tweak them. But I'm fairly happy with the way it looks.
What do you think of the new point, man?
Well, it's pretty cute.
It's not what I meant.
Just say what's on your mind, Jankowski.
I don't know. Something about him just feels off.
The day I look to you as a judge of character will be a sad day indeed.
I'm serious. It's something about his eyes, like he's looking right through you.
Maybe it's because you're one-dimensional.
Hey, back already? See anything?
You guys about done up there? Our day's just getting started.
You boys run along. I'll be busy here for a while.
I've tried so hard to forget.
These men are from F.E.A.R. They're special attachments to our unit for the duration of this op. They will be on point. Their mission is to assess the nature of the threat. Our job is to keep them alive. Do not engage the enemy. Remember that we are not dealing with ordinary bad guys. Team 1 will move in from the southwest. Team 2 will approach from the north. Once our recon is complete, we'll rendezvous and wait for further orders. Okay, let's saddle up.